A ver, they ask us to like go like all the way to the left.
Our nameplates are switched though. We might need to.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then we can kind of transition.
Oh, you will switch, or should we switch? Who is switching? We can switch.
She can move them pretty good, if that's okay.
Ah, okay.
Gotcha. It's like a little cat.
A little cat, yeah.
10 minutes. Do you need Liliana to speak on the
Guys,
microphone?
pose real quick.
Hey guys,
Cute. I'm gonna put this on my. I'll put this on my Insta story for my friends.
Yes, please.
Are we Insta? Are we friends on Instagram, Brian?
Oh,
I have no idea if we are.
I don't use Instagram that often, but mine is
Alright, y'all are gonna be amazing.
Brian.
Yay.
The tuna.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I'm allowed to tag you, but I'll try.
Yay! Welcome to the Monterey Bay Aquarium's live stream. My name is Celeste Lopez Baird. I am a senior bilingual content creator for the marketing department. And me and my coworker, Liliana, she's going to introduce herself in a little bit. We're going to be hosting. And today we have two very special guests. And we're going to introduce them. But first, let you guys know that we're gonna have the chat open for you to make any comment. Hablamos español. You can throw comments in English and Spanish, whatever you feel more comfortable. And so let's begin, because this is gonna be a very exciting day. I am super excited because there's a lot of activities and there's a lot of things that we're going to be learning today. In fact, today we're all going to be students. You're going to be students. We're going to be students. We're going to learn the way everyone should be learning, with hands-on activities and in a fun way. So here we go. First of all, let's meet our guests. And first let's start with Luis David. Can you tell us your name and what do you do? And then I'm going to ask you to tell me a number between 1 and 10.
Sounds good. My name is Luis David, or LD for short. My pronouns are he, him, él. También hablo español. And I'm a senior education specialist with the Monterey Bay Aquarium. I teach field trips. I manage a makerspace, or as we call it, the innovation lab. So a lot of like high-tech and low-tech tools. And so I get to engage with all types of audiences, from the littles to educators. And let's do number 5.
Okay, number 5. This is got very random questions. Full disclosure, they don't know what I'm going to ask. So, what is in the trunk of your car right now?
What is in the trunk of my car right now? A sleeping bag.
Okay.
Lighter fluid. Wood.
Oh, okay.
I was getting there. And I think residuals from a camping trip.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
Oh.
So that's exciting. You went camping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's good.
Excellent. So the next questions are also very random. So expect the unexpected.
That's good.
What about you, Bryant? Introduce yourself.
My name is Bryant. My pronouns are he, him, and I am a senior education animal specialist. So that means not only do I teach a little bit, but I also take care of the animals that the education department uses in their classrooms and field trips and programs.
Oh,
Yeah.
super cool. Welcome to this space.
Thank you.
Number.
I like number 2. So let's see what number 2 is.
Number 2. Do you like square or triangle pizzas?
Square or triangle pizzas? I feel like I've almost always only ever had triangle pizzas, but there is this one place in like San Jose, I think that like I don't remember what it's called, but they serve square pizza. It's my grandpa's favorite, so like maybe I'll say square. Square is exciting.
Yeah, something different, right?
Yeah.
And our audience feel also free to throw your answers if you want to share what's on your trunk.
I almost wanted to pick 5 because I was like,
or what pizzas. Like that's the debate. Maybe that's a debate today. We don't know. Liliana, yes.
Hello, I'm Liliana Watson. My pronouns are she or they. I am a content creator here on the marketing team, so a lot of stuff that you see on social media, or you might see my face on the internet sometimes. I make stuff. And I used to work over in education with LD and Bryant, but I'm mostly just here for moral support, perhaps comic relief, we'll see, because I have no idea what we're doing today. I'll pick 10.
Okay, number 10. If you could keep only one appliance in your home, which would you pick?
Coffee machine.
Oh.
Well, oh wait, no. But okay, hang on. Now I'm overthinking it because I could make coffee without a machine. So I'm going to say dishwasher.
Oh.
There's nothing like dishes that makes me feel the weight of having to do the dishes every day. So if I can just put it in a machine, that is honestly so ideal. But that's probably like such a high level answer. I should have probably said fridge. Whatever. It's fine.
Hey, it is what it is. That's the point. Do not overthink.
Oh.
So, but no,
too
but like it made me think like dishwasher. Like I feel, yeah, I would have never thought about that.
Well, I'd never had one until this year. And
now it's like
changed
essential.
my life, yes. And now I'm
Game
obsessed with it.
changer.
I can't go back.
Okay, well, thank you for indulging me with these questions, and now we know a little bit more about yourselves. So, let's start and dive in to our topic about what you guys do, what education programs do we have. Some people might not even know that the aquarium had this department. So, can you share more about that?
yeah, sure. Even better than that, though, you can experience it. So we brought a little activity for you today.
Uh-oh.
Maybe if you want to grab the little paper here. So, yeah, so we have a variety of programs. We're going to talk about it while we
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
while we give
Ready.
you a little task here. So, one of the things that we do in the education department is we will have students do activities. So, this is going to be like a little engineering challenge. Your supplies are some stapleless staplers. These are pretty cool. Here, I'll demonstrate here.
An engineer challenge.
Yeah, a little engineering challenge. But, the nice thing about engineering challenges is they're meant to be entry level, right? They're not, like, you don't have to be an engineer, but it allows you to think like an engineer. So you take, this is a stapleless stapler, and then basically it binds 2 pieces of paper by cutting a little thing and like folding it together. So you have this material to kind of join paper, you've got scissors to cut it, and your challenge is to, do we bring the batteries?
Yes, we do.
Oh, all right.
Batteries?
Your challenge is to make a structure with the paper that will keep the battery 11.5 inches off the table, so the short side of a paper. So we want, you can use as much paper as you like, but you want to like fold, cut, attach the paper in some way that hopefully gets the battery about this high off the table. Or like this high off the table.
I'm so
Does
scared.
that make
Okay.
sense? And you don't have to like be, like the goal isn't success, the goal is for you to think about it.
So we need the battery to be that high.
Yeah.
Whatever we need to.
That's what
do.
you're aiming for.
That's what
If it only gets about this high off the table, that's okay too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
can
feel
feel
like you
my-
can go for it?
We can try.
Yes.
We can kind of like
We
LD
can
and I
definitely
chat
try. Do you
about,
have
yeah.
like glue, tape? I have something. I can do like cubes.
Yeah, you can do cubes. You can fold the paper. You have this to attach pieces of paper
Oh,
together.
perfect.
And then
That is part of what we do in education. We're going to start you with the basics and
Okay.
let you attempt, and then there will be a second part. So right now,
Okay.
I would encourage you, just try to make that structure to hold your battery. And we got different tools. It's up to you whether you use them, not use them, but the paper will be your building blocks.
Was not expecting this now.
No,
My
I'm
brain
really
is
scared.
like.
well, you said you were going to be students today, and you are.
Yes,
right?
we
This
are
is exactly
students.
what we would hand. to,
And I
like,
do
a
feel
high
like a student now. I have no idea what I'm doing.
What age group is this usually for?
We've done this with educators, so
Okay, so
think-
adults.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've done it with adults. We've done it with high schoolers, middle schoolers. Maybe not for like the very early elementary.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
but-
feeling relieved that you didn't say preschool because I'm like, what? Okay.
All right, so
It
you
is an
got-
engineering
I'm gonna give you
challenge.
like maybe I don't know, like
2 minutes.
2 minutes ish for your initial design here.
Initial design.
2 or 3.
Okay.
And then we're gonna chat a little bit about what other programs we offer.
Is it a team? A team work, or is it
Well,
individual?
you can work together, but like I want each of you to make your own thing.
Okay.
Can we cheat? I mean,
Can we cheat?
can we
What do you mean?
collaborate?
Like,
You can
cheating.
collaborate, yeah.
You can talk, but
yeah.
you ideally each one of you should
But-
have a
yeah.
structure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All
I
right.
think I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right. Go for
I
it.
need a battery.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's not a contest, right? Like who wins first? Who
No,
finishes
it's not a
first?
contest.
Just an experience.
Yeah.
The pressure. Yeah, but yeah, yes.
So this is like one of the exercises we would do. LD, you want to talk more about
Sure
some
thing.
other
Yeah.
programs we have?
So as I mentioned, we work in education has its own building, and we have a makerspace or an innovation lab. And so a lot of the programs that we lead will often have some of these like hands-on engineering practices. And it's a great way for students to learn and engage with the content. For example, this tall structure challenge, we've done something similar with like learning about the kelp forest. And as students learn about the kelp forest, we'll have them do a design challenge where they might be tasked with like, we're gonna make a machine that moves the water just like we do in our kelp forest exhibit. And so they might be prototyping exactly like you are, using some basic materials and conveying their ideas by just prototyping with like easy to access material.
I'm getting off-screen help.
Wait, but how do you do this with kelp forest?
So with the kelp forest, we might use different materials. We have water buckets and fake like tank decorations like artificial plants that would simulate the kelp. And then what the students would have to do is like they have access to the resources inside our lab to design that wave machine. And so it would, there you go. Thank you for the fan. So yeah,
Was adding a layer of difficulty that we didn't need.
I was gonna ask, is the sound of the paper distracting to people? Because it's making.
What do you guys think?
Can you guys hear
Is
it
it annoying?
on the internet? It's distracting me. Or is it like ASMR? Because truthfully, I don't like ASMR, so that could be
can
part
we
of it too.
can we mute their microphones just for a bit and then?
A goth pigeon says, "I can hear it, but it's not annoying."
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, that sounds so much better.
Yeah.
ADD brain. Yeah. So again, it will be like design challenges with different themes. So, are we at time?
Yeah, I think we're about at time. Although I'll give you time to finish up your
No,
design
don't.
story.
Don't give me time. We'll be here all week.
Well, yeah. Why don't we?
I can't even figure out how the stapler works, you guys.
Oh, so the stapler. Yeah, sorry, I should have been more clear at that. So you put it through this. It's between this clear part and this gray part,
Oh, cool.
and then you have to slide it all the way back because it actually cuts and folds a little tab into the.
Yeah.
That's
thing,
awesome.
so,
See, I'm impressed by that on its own.
I know it's kind of cool, right?
So another piece of what education does is we're often delivering like professional development. So if you're a teacher coming through our programs, which we'll talk about in a bit, we want to make sure that whatever we're teaching our educators on site, they can replicate back in the classroom. So using some of these resources that are easily accessible, like grabbing paper and then facilitating this with a whole classroom, is an approach that we want to have with the things we're teaching our educators. On top of that, we'll always be tying in the aquarium's mission and talking about the animals, conservation, and that comes in the form of like teaching them about different subjects. And those subjects we'll talk about in just a minute. But there's different ways of engaging the audiences and making them learn while still being a very hands-on process. There you go.
Nice. All right. Okay. Nice work.
You got the point.
Yeah. So what? Do you wanna? So another part, like aside from actually doing the activity, stuff that's important too is like talking about like, well, what was your idea? Like, what was your like methodology? Like, what did you do? Why? What were you attempting to do? Yeah. I don't know. But either one of you could start.
Well, I was like, I thought a cylinder, but then like how to keep it, keep it stable.
Mhm.
And then I just put holes and these tabs that go on. It reminded me of things and I don't know, when I did in school, I guess. Just these tabs, but I needed tape or
Right.
glue, something. But
Gotcha.
that was the point. That was the
Nice.
idea. But yeah, it took me back when I was in school.
Yeah,
like,
so you were
very-
like cutting and gluing stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And you were trying to make like a tube, right, to like help it. stand
Yes. This is not very engineering. What would this be? This is more like crafts, arts
This
and
is a
crafts.
design process.
It's a design process,
That's
yeah.
the design. I like it.
But we're creators over here. We're writers. So we
creators.
have
That's right.
a different,
That's right.
a different way of thinking
All right, and
about
what
it.
were you? What was your kind of general idea?
I leveraged my network because there's a very intelligent person
Sitting just
who
off
was
screen.
watching me struggle and started miming things, and that really helped my creative process.
Nice.
But no, I mean, I think, honestly, I
That's
was
great.
panicking slightly, but
Nice.
then I realized that the paper shuffling noises were blocking my brain,
That's fair, yeah.
and then I got there.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so the second thing that we're gonna have you, I don't know, do we have
Maybe-
time, or should we?
Why don't we ask them to tell us what they would do?
Yeah. Okay. So the second thing would be now, so design isn't just on your own, right? Like you don't just have your own ideas. It's collaborative. You all had that instinct to begin with. The next step of the challenge would be like, okay, can you make it now, the height of 2 sheets of paper, right? And if you were to do that, what do you think you would do if you were to like try and
I will do what she did. Like just
keep stacking them?
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
might be able
Right?
to. I think we could probably figure out a way to join them.
Yeah,
Maybe if we
yeah.
put like a bracer on the outside or something. So just do 2 of these.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah.
Would that work?
I think that would work. I'm not really sure. I don't know if but
And that is part of the design process. So when we do this with students, a lot of times I think in the classroom, students are used to like building for themselves. And so when we have design challenges that they are tasked with collaborating with one another, it is a new approach for them to kind of build for others. So Brian works with our high school programs, our teen conservation leaders, and those students. Do you want to talk a little bit about what they do?
Yeah, so their job is to design something that would either make the animals' lives better or the people who care for those animals' lives better. Folks design like a really big like screen, because like one of the tasks that I really hate doing is cleaning out, like we have a bed of kelp that's left over from the kelp forest that we feed to the animals, right? So we don't just throw that kelp out, we can recycle it basically by using it to feed the herbivores. But after a while, since that kelp is already old, it tends to rot a little bit and it smells very bad. And you have to stand there with a net and like scoop it all out. And I can't let it go down the drain because it'll clog stuff. So then one of them designed a screen that perfectly fits the bed that it's in, so you can sieve out all of the kelp and the water just goes out down the drain. Another one is like we had a pump that would suction to the side of the tank, and it would vibrate and it would fall down the wall of the tank, and it would suck up sand and like destroy itself. So one of the students made, like using the makerspace, made a little mouse that's like nice and cleanable, something that won't rust or rot, so that the pump doesn't fall down the wall. So, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And so, like, for example, with this activity, so I think, like, in my case, like, what I learned, too, is, like, maybe if we had, like, joined minds with our other help here off camera,
Yeah.
like, you learn, like, people's strengths, right? And what's your strength? What's the other person's strength? And working together, you can
Oh yeah, exactly.
accomplish
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How long did the people who made those solutions for you? How long did those take for those people to come up with? And you said those are teens.
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
So high school students, and they had about 6 weeks to do it. So,
Wow.
yeah, from like initial problem to, working prototype, they had about 6 weeks. Yeah. So.
And for the folks at home, like we're going to be talking about multiple programs that are all listed on our website. So there's an education tab on there that talks about our youth programs, our educator programs, and if you're a teacher at home, we also have built curriculum that's already listed on there. Free to use, resources are all available, so you can jump over there and see what we're all about. But yes, so we've done this with high schoolers. We also have a middle school camp where the whole week of their camp is them designing stuff. They learn about deep sea animals and bioluminescence, and then they end up making like cardboard arcades or an aquarium built out of cardboard. And so They
Wow.
start off with like very simple design challenges to get them just like building, and then once they're comfortable with the tools, then they can make some really elaborate things. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That sounds amazing. I feel that now I'm ready for something more elaborated.
Yeah.
I feel this was a good warm-up.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, Celeste.
All right. Let's do the next part then. So why don't we clear the table and we're gonna do a little bit of an activity.
Engineering activity.
Not an
I hope
engineering
not.
activity.
Yay.
I think we're done with the engineering components.
I'm just kidding, by the way. This is awesome.
Yeah. Perfect.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
You can put that there.
I do love the staplers too.
You ready, Brian?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. We have
What
our
you got there?
first
What you got there?
object here.
Oh.
So
Whoa.
I'm gonna hand it to you. You can kind of identify and investigate here. Actually, should we just tell you? I mean, this is a fairly common animal. So this is an abalone. It's not a real one, but it's a model of one, and it's meant so that you can kind of pull it apart and investigate the different parts of an abalone. There you go. So if you want to take a look, you can take a look at that.
Wait, so you use this?
So this is used in one of our field trip programs. So if your school decides to book a field trip, you come in one of the labs that we teach. This is part of one of those labs. So this is like a teaching tool that we use. Especially if we're not going to have students like necessarily touch animals. There are some labs where we touch animals, but other times, you obviously can't do this to a real abalone. In order to investigate the morphology and the different parts of the animals, we have this.
That's
you
the
have
actual
other big
size?
one. Yes, so this is the real size. Yeah, and actually, so we have some real ones right here. So I'm going to have you
real ones.
take a
Whoa.
look. So these are real abalone shells.
cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
yeah. And then do you notice anything? So there's these two shells. I brought them for a specific reason. Do you notice anything that's different or the same?
Between them?
Yeah, between the two of them. Yeah.
Oh, the
there's a-
color?
Oh, the real ones or
Yeah, the real ones. Yeah.
I'll say the color.
the color?
Yeah, the color, right? Yeah. So these are the same species, but they're actually raised in two different environments. So here, I can put them under the
Yeah.
light so the stream can see them. So they're both red abalone, but in the wild, red abalone obviously mostly have access to red algae. But here in captivity or at an abalone farm, they're fed green or brown algae. So giant kelp, bullwhip kelp, stuff like that. It's much more greenish in color, even though it's called brown algae. And so as a result, their shells look really different. So you can see this one's really red. This one is really green. A lot of the abalone in the aquarium look like this because they're feeding on the giant kelp left over from the kelp forest. This is kind of a cool example. So this one was captive raised, and then I think it lived for a little bit in one of our larger community tanks. So it had access to a lot more red algae. So its shell is a little bit more red towards the edge of the growth. Oh yeah. What's another cool thing too is that abalone, so they add material on the edge of their shell. So it's kind of like they carry a little baby picture. So that's what it looked like, a little while ago. And then as they grow, they add more layers on the edge.
That's so cool.
Wow. Okay. How long does it take for them to grow?
It really depends. When they're really small like this, they can grow pretty fast. But some of them will reach a maximum size. I have seen abalone bigger than this one. I'd say most of the abalone that we have get about this big. Yeah.
So Brian, you also take care of other animals alongside the
Yeah.
abalones, right? So,
So we can.
what do we have here?
I'm gonna hand this over. What do you think this is supposed to be?
Is it a sea urchin?
Looks like an urchin to me.
Yeah. You want to talk about it, LD?
Sure thing. Yeah. So both models that you have here, I'm gonna hand you this, or for the folks at home.
Oh,
I
Wait.
see. I was like, this
What body
thing-
part is that for the urchin?
Can we see?
the spikes.
Yeah,
Little
it's
spines.
the spines. And so both the abalone and the urchin are models that we use in our elementary grade field trips. And so students are mainly learning about body parts and adaptations, and so they kind of learn to piece together almost like a Mr. Potato Head some of these animals and really take a deeper look at how the animal works, right? And so they get to see specifically with like intertidal animals like sea cucumbers, abalones, urchins, all of which we have in our care.
How does this look inside? Like, does the spike rise part of the urchin, right?
Yeah.
It just starts, do they grow and they just start making a hole in there?
So this,
Whoa.
we're going to test the
Yeah.
folks at home. Yeah. Bryant, tell us, what is that?
So this is an urchin test. It's got so
Urchin
some people,
test?
yeah. So this like shell part is called a test, which is why LD was mentioning it was an urchin. We're gonna test the folks at home, but yeah, you were mentioning spine. So each little ball, like little kind of dot right there, is kind of like almost like a little ball joint, but like each spine has it's actually shaped like this, and it kind of sits on top of the ball, and then there's muscles that kind of rotate it around. I also realized I missed some questions. We were talking about how do you tell abalone male from female. You want to hand me the model real quick? I can show you. So so these holes are multi-purpose, but their gonad is under there. And so if this were a real abalone, there'd be like an organ right here, and then based on the color, you could tell if it's a male or a female. But obviously, like it's kind of hard to see. Sometimes when they're on the edge of the tanks in the labs, like they're pretty flexible, and they'll kind of like bend over trying to like get out of the tank and be like, oh, is there more kelp out there? And then you can kind of see, you can look in the organ, look for the gonad and see what color it is. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I also read on the chat someone was doing the paper project with us.
Yeah,
so
that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Hopefully you got better luck
Get some
than us.
origami out there. Yeah.
At least more time, because we were limited on time.
Yeah.
And
Did you
resources.
succeed?
That is the one thing. Students always ask for more time for
There's
stuff.
always
Well, then you get into it.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so this is really pretty and really cool. Are field trips just for teachers, right? Are they for local communities?
Yeah, so for as long as you're able to travel to the aquarium, you can book a field trip. They're all free, as long as it's a school. But yeah.
Yes. So actually, we're going to be opening up our field trip reservations relatively soon and get prepping for the fall. But I also want to show a really cool, just in terms of accessibility, like it is sometimes difficult for us to bring out some of these like fragile artifacts to teach others, right? They're brittle, and one wrong move can break an artifact that we've had for many, many years. So what we've started doing recently too is, here, Brian, I'm gonna pass it.
Onto the camera real quick.
Yeah, we have these two artifacts. So it's a scallop shell. So maybe you've had scallop in
Take a
food
look.
before. So this was we have a scanner in the lab that we can use to 3D print these models. So this is a 3D printed scallop shell, and that is the real scallop shell that it was scanned from.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's super accurate. Like, the
Yeah,
bumps are
down-
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Down to like the little bumps, the small tube worms that are on there. Like
Yeah.
it's really high.
Oh, those are tube worms?
Yeah, there's a few like small tube worms right here, and then there's like these little.
And so this is a great opportunity for us to like teach and engage others, especially the little ones. Like we want them to like be able to play with some of these like shells and like a sea otter skull. Unfortunately, we would not want to hand off over a sea
Right.
otter skull, right?
Right.
But if we have a 3D printed one, if it falls, if it breaks, that's okay. We'll just
print another one.
We'll just print another one. Yeah.
Wow.
And this is at its raw, but a little bit of paint and love, and it's gonna look exactly like the real one.
The other thing too, because we teach usually 4 field trips simultaneously, but sometimes artifacts, shells, stuff like that, we can only get maybe one of them. So 3D scanning and then printing them and like making good reproductions allows us to have multiples, so like they can all be in use at the same time. So that's like another cool advantage. Here, I'm gonna hand you something. Yeah, here you can cover the label.
Yeah. I'm gonna cover the
I
next
forgot
one.
to cover the label. Okay, I'm gonna give you this.
I'm not gonna look.
And I'm just gonna ask you, like, what do you think it is? It's a little fragile, so just be careful when you're handling it.
Oh, I think I know what it is. I think I know. Do you want to guess?
Here's another.
Because I was
Wow.
So you can put a few.
fascinated. It's one of my favorite animals, the
Mm.
aquarium.
Well, now I'm
Maybe it's not. I mean, maybe it's not what I think it is.
Well, what do you think? Yeah, you can take a guess if you want.
I
you wanna
think
guess? Yeah.
is the teeth of the bat ray. Yay!
You're right. Yeah, you're exactly correct. So if you you can.
Where's the camera?
I loved bat rays.
Yeah.
Oh, I can. There you go.
I love bat rays too. They're really cool. They're super cute. But yeah, these are teeth from a bat ray. So yeah, up here, so the bat ray teeth are kind of like, they almost look like tile or like plates. And they have two kind of plates that basically they use to crush prey. So they'll suck up crabs and mussels and other hard-shelled prey. And these plates are kind of like anvils, and they'll just crush up their
So they're
prey
not
like
called,
that.
they're plates, not teeth. It's not like they have horizontal teeth.
You know, I'm sure there's like an actual term for them. I've always called them teeth, but there might be a more specific term that's more accurate that I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of cool. So here, you can take a look.
Is that? Oh, wait. Is it the same thing?
Yeah,
Is
it's the
this the
same thing.
mouth? Oh.
Okay,
Okay,
now we're gonna play a game. Is it a cake or is it real?
Okay.
I am not.
I'm joking. No, that's
Put it in the yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So do you think? Yeah. What do you think? Is this a
I
real
think
one?
that's printed.
You think so? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Based on the texture and stuff like that. Yeah, we tried to print it in a a color that was pretty close to the real thing.
Wait, that because that is the real thing, right? The one you have over there.
This one is real.
That one is real. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
one is
side
real.
of it especially feels
Yeah.
tricky. This side, it looks a little cleaner, but the texture on this side is very convincing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Again,
That is impressive.
these are just like the previous one. They just came out the printers, so we haven't painted them. We haven't done any like post processing of them.
This one's new too?
Yeah, so
Wow.
you would, a nice little airbrush and some paint, and you can get it looking very similar to the real thing.
Wow.
LD, somebody asked who paints the 3D printed models. Is that you?
Yeah, I'll do some of that. If we're, like Brian said, sometimes we have multiple classes that require models, and so the professionally made ones, like these, we outsource for a different company, because it would just be a lot of work, and it takes a lot of skill and people to
see
get
all this.
everything. Yeah,
So
but if
perfect.
it's just like slight color matching, like you just want to do a little bit of brown to like do the bone feel to it, then I can just put it in an airbrush, do a coat on them, and get them ready to show off to people.
So this one you would have maybe done yourself?
Yeah.
Cool.
A little bit of sanding to get rid of all those like residual printed plastic and.
Can I have it?
Yeah.
Well, because for people that they're like, what? How does this go in the bat ray? So it goes here, right? Like the head is here. Like this is underneath at the bottom,
Yeah.
and then they have the bat wings.
Yeah,
here.
and I think
Yeah.
so. Actually, it's definitely so. Like with a lot of shark jaws, actually, because you know how you see shark jaws like at a like a restaurant or whatever, a museum. They're kind of flat. That's because like they tend to dry them like in a flattened way. But this one's been opened up. So normally I'm pretty sure. Actually, I actually don't quite know which way is the front, but these plates would be closer together and they'd be kind of down facing this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, but they wouldn't be like open like this.
Very interesting and fascinating. So, LD, I know you work with bilingual estudiantes and all that. Why is that important for the aquarium?
Sí. I'll do a little bit of Spanglish.
Venga.
Enseñar en español, teaching in Spanish is important because of the community that the aquarium is part of. We are centered around a lot of Spanish-speaking communities. Tenemos comunidades como Salinas y Watsonville, lugares donde yo crecí, where I grew up, and so the people that are coming here, believe it or not, I just had my like little cousin show up for one of our field trips a few weeks ago.
That's so
a few
cool.
months ago. So I'm teaching to my family, right? And so enseñar en la forma de que ellos entienden and enseñar en diferentes formas, teaching them the way that they hear from at home, like that is impactful. It's relevant to them, and it just makes some of this information stick a little longer. So I think it's important because the aquarium's an experience, and if you can elevate that experience, then it's just gonna stick with them a lot longer.
Yeah, I feel it's also a way to be inclusive and advocating for our local communities as well. That's because of wanting, as I mentioned, of the aquarium to inspire ocean conservation. We know that we need everyone to be part of this.
Yeah.
So let's start at home.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know about you, but whenever I hear someone speak Spanish, I'm like, oh,
Allá
I
voy.
connect with them.
Allá voy. Yes.
And-
Immediately.
You said as we started, we're all going to be learners today. Like,
Yes.
we have been working with these animals for a long time. Y todavía estoy aprendiendo. I'm still learning like some of the vocab associated with like the animals, especially in Spanish. Like a lot of the terminology is being updated. So we're always learning as well.
100%.
You ready for the next part?
We're
do it.
ready.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Okay.
Let's bring the drinks. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Whoa.
So this one is a little fragile. Was fragile in certain spots. So I'm gonna hand it to you, but
Is it real?
Yeah. Well, so hold it onto it here and
Okay.
then here, but not like here. This
Okay.
part's a little fragile.
Gotcha.
So you can
I thought it was a stormtrooper. No, a stormtrooper. The spaceship.
All right.
This
So
is
what
so
do you
cool.
think this is? You can take a look at it. I mean,
Which one?
this one.
This
first.
one?
Yeah.
I think it is the skull of a porpoise, perhaps.
Ooh.
I thought it was. Isn't it a bird? No.
Oh,
I don't
I don't know. What do you
know.
think?
Bird?
I don't
What do you
know.
think?
Yeah, I mean that's a great guess. We're making you.
Yeah, we're making you students. That's part of what we would do in
I
like a
mean,
lab too, right?
I'm thinking based
that'd be true.
on.
Makes no sense that it's a bird, but it looks like a bird.
Well, so let's see. So get. We
Oh
turn it
wait, no,
over.
oh like this. Yes, is it a dolphin?
Well, yeah. So what do you think all those holes are on the end? There's some on this
Looks
piece
like they
too.
could be teeth. Should we
Yeah,
put it under
just
the
put it over there,
under
yes.
the camera?
Time to share.
Okay.
Time to share.
Okay, you can set
Sharing
it
is
on the
caring.
table
Yeah,
I-
this is crazy.
there.
What
Yeah,
do you
so
guys think
this-
it is? I mean, people
Yeah,
in the
yeah, I don't
audience
know.
at home.
Okay, we have an X-wing, Sawshark.
The X-wing, exactly.
Boss
Thank you.
guess. Okay, that's a good guess. Yeah, Sawshark is a good guess. Yeah, their teeth are kind of like
Sawshark.
up along here,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, it does kind of look like a proboscis, huh?
Yeah.
So actually, yeah. So your initial thought was correct. It's a dolphin skull.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a
So
common
cool.
dolphin skull. Yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. So this is part of some of the marine mammal collection that we've got, and then this is the like the bottom, like kind of the bottom of their jaw. And so what's kind of cool, what I like to talk about and point out here is that like, so if you look right here, like those two holes, what does that look like to you?
Nostrils.
Looks like nostrils, right? So
Wait, are they? Because isn't that?
So their
I don't
eyes
know.
are right here.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
This is where their eyes are. Like we're missing
Got it.
kind
Then
of part
yes.
of it, but
then definitely.
but yeah, these look like nostrils. But what's at the top of a dolphin? That might be like
Oh yeah, the
blowhole.
the hole.
Yeah. So their blowhole is actually their nose. So it's kind of like if you had your nose like on your forehead. And actually,
fun.
yeah, inside here too, they have basically like what are called, I think they're called phonic lips or something like that. That's where they make the clicking noises.
Oh.
And then if you look at a dolphin, right, because dolphins don't quite, like they have like a really bulbous head, right? In front of where their blowhole is an area called the melon, and it's kind of like a bunch of like a jelly-like substance. And that's actually it's like a lens, but for sound. So when they make the clicking back here, it like that melon focuses it and it shoots it out kind of in front of their, like in front of them, so that they can kind of like direct where their clicks go. And then actually they receive sound through like their jawbone. So you can see it's kind of hollow in there, but the sound kind of goes through here and it goes into their ears, like up in their skull.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
complex and
Yeah.
fascinating. So those two parts are of one.
Yeah, I don't
One
actually know if they're from the same dolphin, but this is the same species though. Yeah,
Okay,
so-
because I thought it was like, isn't that the mouth, the
Yeah, this is like the
Yeah.
top of the mouth. This is like the top of your
just the
teeth.
top, and it's divided in two.
Yeah, and then like
Got it.
their
That's like the
jaw would be
jawbone.
like kind of.
See, this is where I got confused with the bird because I thought it was like this.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
still a
You
good
thought
guess.
yeah.
It looks like a bird.
No, it totally looks like a bird skull. Yeah, and then actually in the labs they're displayed this way, and so people are like, "Is that a bird skull?" Like,
So bad.
yeah.
I fell for that.
Well, I brought these up on purpose to trick you.
Thank
so-
you. I see. I'm learning.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
My master's degree paid off.
all right. All right.
So, do we want to continue with some mammal tag?
Yeah. We can
Mammal
continue
talk?
with
Yeah.
some.
Wow, so cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about the
So-
jawbone.
Can't
Yeah,
believe
no.
the lab is coming to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lab
That's
is coming to you,
great.
right? Yeah. But
That's
yeah,
amazing.
the way that they transmit sound is really cool. It's crazy.
What you got there?
Okay, what do you think these are? I'm gonna hand these to you.
Whoa.
You want to describe
What?
it too for like chat, like what? you
Yeah,
know,
so we have
they're kind
The
of like how much? What do they feel like? How much does it weigh? You think?
this one's surprisingly hefty.
Okay, so it's pretty heavy and solid.
It's got sort of ridges on it.
Like
but
a rock.
overall, it's
It's like a big rock. Yeah.
It does feel like a rock.
Okay.
I do feel, it's like a tooth, no?
Yeah, you want me to put
Yeah,
this?
yeah, you put
They
it,
look like
yeah.
they could be teeth. I mean, are they from the same animal? Are you allowed to tell me that?
Yeah, they're from the same species of animal. I don't know if they're from the same individual
Species.
animal.
That's big. Because, humpback whales, they don't have those.
Could
Who
it
has
be
tooth like that?
maybe like a
Maybe it's not a tooth. I just
Sea
went to the
lion?
dentist, so no, it's in my mind.
what would have? Well, is this broken off, or is this actually the bottom of the tooth? Sorry, I can't. I keep showing Celeste very excitedly.
We're genuinely curious.
Could be like a.
It's like a dinosaur thing.
I was thinking like a sea lion, maybe, or like a seal, like something in that general vicinity.
They are 2 sperm whale tooths.
Sperm whale.
Sperm whale. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Are they?
if Brian can model it, the actual
Model.
piece of the tooth that's below the gum line is about
Like
that
all
much.
these ridges. Yeah. So
And
Oh,
it
wow.
looks
So-
like that.
only the little top sticks
Wait, a
out.
whale? The sperm whale?
Sperm whale,
yeah.
yeah. And so, this one
Oh,
It's
it's the
really
okay.
has seen quite a bit of wear down, and
So that's the bottom.
That's the bottom.
So just like your
Yeah.
teeth have the roots, if you've ever gotten like one of your molars pulled out,
Recently?
and, that is what they would embed inside of their gum line.
The root canal.
That's crazy.
Then we got one more.
That's really cool.
That's
This
really
is
cool.
amazing.
But
Oh, a little one.
Little one.
if you think about it, right? So sperm whale teeth, right? But like dolphin teeth, like one tooth has to fit in that tiny little hole. So you can imagine how big sperm whales are, right?
Wow.
This is also from a sperm whale?
Well, yeah. Do you think it's also from a sperm whale, or what do
For
you
a
think?
baby one.
Maybe like
Yeah.
Are there
Ba-
any other
baby
toothed whales that you know of that might like? I'll give you a hint. It's not from a baby, so it's from a full-grown
Okay.
adult of that species.
orca?
It would be cool if it's. Is it an orca?
Yeah, you're right.
I was
Nice
gonna
job.
say, yeah, I
Yeah.
love orcas.
And so similar to the sperm whale
Albert,
tooth.
can I touch it?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, people, I need to touch it.
Yeah,
I got pigeon.
This
was
is
right as well.
light.
yeah.
It's lighter than the other
Oh.
one.
Yeah.
Why do you
just
think it
said
might
you got.
be?
Why do you think it's lighter?
I would think it's lighter.
Is it cake or is it real?
Time to bite
Oh
it.
no, it's not real. This looks really real.
I know, right? It looks really
Because
real. Yeah.
it's stained and imperfect.
Yeah.
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 It's
So, yeah,
organic.
if you see
Look
like
at this.
this,
Yeah.
they painted stains on it, and like it's slightly lighter up here than it is down here. The texture is perfect, and there's no. But yeah, so this is a reproduction orca tooth. Same size and shape. It's probably molded off of an actual one. But yeah, that was really good intuition. That as soon as I handed it to you, you were like, "Oh, this is really light, like,
Yeah.
compared to the sperm whale
Compared to the
teeth,"
other
right?
one.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is a reproduction. Even though like just from looking at it, you probably wouldn't be able to tell.
And full disclaimer, we did not make this.
Yeah, we didn't make this one. Yeah, we
or
purchased this.
printed.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do have the ability of like scanning this big the sperm whale tooth and then kind of showing people more if we were to print out different models. But I think we're gonna finish off with one last thing.
Yeah, one last thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, what time is it?
We still have time.
Still have to. We'll finish with the
50 minutes. Whoa.
the share out portion.
Have you take a look at this? I'm gonna turn
And
it
then-
this way so they can see it.
Oh
real
my
quick.
gosh.
What is that? Looks
Yeah.
like a,
So
like a beehive.
why don't you take a look at that?
Do you want to guess?
Like, no.
I think
This
I
is
might
not
know.
my forte. I don't know. You're
I
better.
mean, they could be barnacles, but
They look
I
like
feel like
barnacles.
that's too obvious. I feel
Is
like
it
they're
barnacles from the whales?
You got it, yeah.
Really?
So yeah,
So let's
I was
do
gonna
it.
ask
How
you.
do I know this thing?
I know, right?
I
Yeah.
surprised
You're a
myself.
genius because
Yeah.
you're learning with our brilliant
It's
education
true.
team.
Yeah, no, I was gonna be like, yeah, well, they're barnacles, but like, why do you think I brought them? And it's because they are whale barnacles.
They're real.
Specifically, yeah, they're real gray whale barnacles. Actually, there are certain species that are almost only found on whales. Certain species, and actually, what's kind of cool, maybe a little gross, is actually you can see here. I'll show it to the camera as well. That there's actually gray whale skin along with the barnacles, so it's been preserved there. These are barnacles that live on gray whales.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do we get this?
I think this was donated to us from Moss Landing Marine Labs. Yeah, some of these also, it's from a variety of sources. So some of them are like seized fish and wildlife things. So people are illegally, trying to traffic mammal parts. When those get, taken away, they get donated to like educational institutions so that they don't just have to like burn them or something like that.
The majority of our artifacts are actually from when the aquarium was very young and Fish and Wildlife was still doing some of that processing. They would send them out to zoos and museums who could teach the public. Basically give these artifacts a second life, right?
Yeah, to have a purpose.
Yeah.
Do you know how old that one is?
How old this is?
Yeah, is it labeled?
I don't actually know. We can see if
Yeah, we
it's...
can pull
Some
off
of
the-
our specimens are really old. Like, I mean, there's quite a few that are from the 90s and 80s, and then there's
Wow.
some from like the 40s. Like, there's I don't think it has a date on here. Yeah. In the labs, though, we
Might be in the
had
archive.
yeah. We have a bunch of chitons from someone who was collecting them in like the 40s, and they have like the original handwritten label and like where they were collected. It's very cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, one of our newest exhibits at the aquarium is what? What is our
One that
newest
opened most
exhibit?
recently.
Most recently.
Yeah, Into the Deep.
Into the
Right?
Deep.
Yeah, okay.
And do you remember what is at the end of Into the Deep?
Isopods.
Isopods. And right
Isopods.
before that,
Oh, the elephant.
which
Oh,
are
the
swimming
Japanese
around-
crab.
Yes, they're
Mother
swimming
crabs.
around.
Yeah,
in
the whale
Yes.
fall.
The whale fall, yeah.
Yeah.
So when we first open that exhibit, usually when we open up new exhibits, education tries to mirror some of the content that's being taught to our guests and teach it to our participants. So we have a high school field trip that is all about the whale falls. And so students will learn about, just whale artifacts. And again, we have some really cool models. Let's see if you can guess what some of these are.
Gosh. I know what these are.
Oh, ew.
Do you want to give them a shot, Celeste? Also, these are so squishy.
They are squishy.
Show.
She's not
Yeah,
a fan.
show there.
Oh, okay.
Into the deep,
Wait.
yeah.
Well, this is not an isopod.
That is not an isopod.
Do you want me to
I
answer?
don't think we brought
You're
an
good at
isopod.
those. Yeah, the nudie pranks and stuff.
This
You're
is
good at
a
those.
hagfish, right?
Yes, yeah. A hagfish, and the other one?
Sea pig?
A sea pig. Nice, yeah.
Do we have sea pigs here?
We have these models in one of the exhibits. It's we don't have the live versions of them, but a lot of these we have models for. And so what we teach the students is like learning about like deep sea communities and all of the research that's being done. We collaborate a lot with like our research institute, Monterey Bay Research Institute, to get footage, to get make sure our facts are up to date. And so it's a really cool way of highlighting that work. And then this is a perfect opportunity to like elevate some of that learning, go from just like learning about body parts to like what is an animal's role in a whole ecosystem, or how does that one animal that dies at the surface and sinks to the bottom, how does that have an impact on the rest of the seafloor? And
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, that is fascinating. I did feel like a kid today. Like so
Yeah.
excited, learning new things and surprises. And so just now that we learn about what you guys do and how fascinating that is, can you share with me, each of you, how does this connect to you, to your personal story? Why is this important? What do you like about working here? How did you get here?
We have a shared story.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah.
So as part of the
Yeah, sure thing. Back in 2013, I was still in high school, and I heard about this high school volunteer opportunity at the aquarium, and so I applied for it, and I got in. And I was part of this like small group of high school volunteers that were like working the aquarium floor, and I had a peer leader, a coach that we can call him. And this peer leader, his name was Bryant.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was also a
Yep,
volunteer.
who was also a teen volunteer at the time.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I
That's
helped
so
train her.
wow.
Yeah.
So
you guys go way back then.
Yeah.
we started,
Wow.
as volunteers. Eventually, we just stuck long enough.
Yeah.
I studied marine science. I've grown up around the ocean. It's played a big role in both like my personal and like my extended life. So I think working at the aquarium just made sense. And education is such an interesting thing, and being able to do it informally and with really cool applications of knowledge, like it's just something that I find fascinating and happy to do.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and then for me, like so after volunteering here, I worked for the Fish and Wildlife Service for a little bit, working like in their sort of science arm as a research tech, and I loved field work, but I did miss like that education component. So I was always kind of like looking to come back at some point, do education things, and then when this job came up, I was like, oh, this is perfect because it's both animal care and education, and in addition, I get to take care of all of these really cool artifacts that we have. So it's like it's really cool. It's a great I don't know, it's really fulfilling personally, I feel like. So
That's awesome. What
Yeah.
about you, Liliana?
Well, my journey.
Yeah, how do you, you're a content creator. How does it connect with your personal life
And
and ocean?
they also worked for education.
I was in
so-
education
Yeah.
before.
That's
So before I joined the content team, I was a California Sea Grant Fellow over in education. So after I got my master's, I came up here just to learn from the education team. And I got some really cool opportunities to work on OLAS. I got to feed animals in the learning labs with Brian. And so I spent a year there before I got the opportunity to move over to content. But I've been coming to the aquarium probably since it opened, which in 1995. So I was 2 years old. So I left for a really long time. But yeah, I kind of just like a lifelong goal to come back here one day, and being part of it is amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I feel the ocean calls us. That's my journey too. And for me, learning about all the communities around here and being bilingual and how I can help to contribute to spread the word for ocean conservation is like, of course, like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So, do we have questions in the chat? We
It
have
looks
a
like
couple
we
of minutes.
do.
We do.
The first one, how to be a teen volunteer.
Oh,
that
there you
is an amazing question. First off, I'm going to start with all of the education programs are completely free. If you're a participant in one of our middle school camps, if you're a high school volunteer, if you're an educator, sometimes you even get paid to attend some of our professional development. So take a look. All of those opportunities are going to be on our website. To be a volunteer, a high school volunteer, I believe applications open up early in the year, and you just have to fill out the application. We'll go through a review process, and basically we just ask, like, can you commit to some of these time frames? We do get a lot of applicants, so there will be a selection, but there is no like GPA involved. There is so
there's no like specific requirement, and then like the way that we run it now is kind of like basically like a lottery. It's weighted a little bit if you're local, but the initial review is like a lottery. So if you don't get it the first time, like applying again next year definitely like kind of helps boost your because it's showing that you really do want to do this. So even if you apply and you don't get in, or you do an interview but you don't get it, definitely like apply again, right? Because
there was a follow-up about working on engineering projects for KELP. So that is one of the volunteer opportunities. There's different pathways that you can take as a high school volunteer. Some of our students will work on the floor, engaging the guests and teaching them about the different things the aquarium has to offer. Other students might be working more behind the scenes. And so Brian's group was working with taking care of the animals and then designing solutions for those animals. And that's the engineering component.
Yeah.
me see.
Congratulations
Oh,
for
congrats,
graduating.
yeah.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Just graduated college and got my first job to be leader of course
Yay.
education team.
Congratulations.
Any tips for being in leadership in education? Ooh. Give us a second.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think the most important thing is to just like listen to your fellow educators, and just gather that experience. Like obviously, first job to lead an aquarium. Oh, okay. I think the most important thing is to listen, like develop relationship like with your coworkers, develop rapport. Because if you're leading folks, the more that they trust you, the more likely they're gonna come to you with any issues, and then two, bring to you like ideas and things that they're passionate about. As much as you can do to like give people the freedom to like work on things that they're passionate about and like work those passions into their work, the better. Yeah.
And I think that having fun,
Yeah.
it's always good. Like even like the activity that we did today, that was a lot of fun, and then you can tie it to your main goal in a way of teamwork or yeah.
I would say that the leadership component comes in the form of like not trying to do everything yourself. I think the aquarium is really good at asking across divisions for help. For example, I could see you all hosting this live stream by yourselves, and instead you're like choosing to like bring in some of different voices. And so part of a leadership or leader is delegating and saying like, hey, I need help finishing this. And so if your team sees that you're willing to kind of give some of that leadership to them, that agency, then that's going to speak lots.
Mm-hmm.
That's great advice.
And that can be scary right out of college when you still feel like you're learning and just starting your first job.
Yeah.
So just be confident, and it's not a bad thing to ask for help for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, it's actually showing how that it's okay to not know everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what the options that you have when you don't know anything, you just go with people that know things. Knowing who to go to.
Is it 4:30?
Any other question?
3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes. So any final questions about education, career paths, animals?
If not, I would just say that even just existing in the vicinity of LD and Bryant for a year and the entire education team, like even just being around passionate people, I think taught me a lot and helped me feel like I was learning and just having fun. So just be your authentic self as well. And, clearly if you got your degree, then you're a passionate person. So just don't be afraid to, lead with that, I would say.
Yeah.
Based on them.
No, and for me, learning about everything that education, what you guys do, it's a lot, and it's so important. I mean, teachers are not having the recognition that they deserve, but you are helping to build and nourish the future generations. So that's impressive, and you guys are awesome, and your personality and your care, your drive is contagious. So thank you for being here.
Yes,
We're gonna
thank you.
close with one last question. That
Let's see.
What's your favorite
what
sea
is your
animal?
favorite animal? We're all
Sea
gonna
animal.
say that, and then we're closing.
Okay,
with
all on
that.
three because we all have the same one.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
yeah,
No.
No.
What?
Okay. I'll go first. I'm gonna break the question and say it's not an
we go.
animal. It is kelp. I love me
Oh.
some kelp. So I love that we have kelp forest. I love just the whole environment, and it's a really cool habitat. So kelp.
Yay.
Nice.
What
I think-
about you, Brian?
Mine is probably the molambola, the ocean
molambola.
sunfish.
Well, we just took a picture
Yeah,
of
I
you
know,
in our
yeah.
costume.
Yeah,
Yay.
I was really excited walking into the office seeing that. That was pretty cool.
I like
Yeah.
jellies, especially
jelly.
Tina fours, which are the ones with the little shiny legs.
That was
Yeah.
really cool.
My favorite animal, I never thought I was gonna be a fan of, but being here and learning about the octopus, it
Aw.
made me a fan because it's just, and actually I was able like to interact from the outside. Like if you spend enough time with them, they do recognize your face, and it was so touching. And I'm a fan. So the octopus. Anyway, this has been a great afternoon. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Liliana, for helping me host today. This was
course.
great.
Yeah, of course.
And we'll see you all guys soon. And check out our website and our new programs.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.